Hello, Lucky Star fans, 77 fans. Today I'm going over the top 10 worst songs of 2024. Now, I have divided up this list into two. One list being the top 10 worst hit songs of 2024, with only songs that charted on the Billboard Top 100 being included, and another list with just the worst songs of 2024. Now, there is one rule that is for both lists, and that the song has to have been made in the year 2024. So a song that was made in 2023 but only became relevant in 2024 will not be included. Okay, enough rambling. Let's get started with the worst hits of 2024. Number 10. 2024 was a year of plenty of memorable songs. This was not one of them. J. Christ by Lil Nas X has to be one of the most forgettable songs released this year. I forgot all about it before making this list, and this song is just not great. My whole issue with this song is that it's trying so hard to be edgy. Lil Nas X must have seen the amount of publicity he got with the Montero music video and tried to replicate it by, instead of giving a lap dance to Satan, he is now Jesus. Beyond the song just being arguably offensive, the song is also just sonically terrible. There's this piano beat that plays throughout the whole song, and it sounds just like a lazy attempt to recreate what Humble by Kendrick Lamar sounds like. Besides that, the song is just so painfully boring. It truly sounds like he's just redoing his past few hits and hoping it would work out. If there was a most boring song of 2024, this would be it. Number 9. Hyperpop is a genre that became ever more mainstream this year. And arguably the biggest album of the year was a hyperpop record. So it makes sense that more pop singers would try to make some music in the genre. And some of it was not great. I Love It is a song by Camila Cabello, yes, that one, featuring Playboi Carti, and this is proof not everyone should do hyperpop. The chorus here is absolutely atrocious, and I don't know music theory, so maybe someone who does can help me, but the structure of the chorus when she's saying, I love it, 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 it sounds like she's missing an I love it in it. She says it 7 times, I think she should be saying it 8. And past that, the feature from Carti is just bad. And I'm not the biggest fan of Carti, so I'm already not into it. And you know, like when people used to complain about mumble rap like 8 years ago, being like, oh, you can't even tell what they're saying. They're just rapping about cars and drugs. I don't even know what they're talking about. Yeah, this is that mumble rap. This is what people were joking about like 8 years ago. What the hell is Carti even doing? He sounds like he doesn't even want to be on this track. Camilla, stick to regular pop. Number 8. 2024 was a year where TikTok played a huge role in how pop music sounded, just like the last few years. So it makes sense that a famous TikTok star would eventually try and become a musician, as many have, and failed. But one TikTok star this year actually did it, and they became a successful musician. And I don't get it. Diet Pepsi is a song by Addison Rae. Yes, that Addison Rae. In fact, this isn't even her first song. I didn't even know she's been making music since 2021. But anyway, Diet Pepsi is a really liked song. So I honestly might get a lot of hate for this, because I've seen so many people on like pop music discussions on Reddit and Twitter saying this song's amazing. And I'm sorry, I just don't get it. The lyrics here are about Addison Rae losing her virginity in the back of a car. Not a bad theme for a fun pop song. But this song is just so boring. It stays the same throughout. It doesn't go anywhere. It has the same mellow vibe throughout the whole song, and nothing really at all changes throughout. And the chorus is also just kind of annoying, and before you know it, the song ends without anything notable happening. It's probably the most boring song of the year. Not to mention this like slowed and reverb thing at the end of the song. Like it's like a YouTube outro. What is up with that? Number 7. 2024 was a pretty poor year for legacy rappers. Take a look at Eminem, a once great, now turned into essentially an old man screaming at the clouds. So it makes sense that we keep paving the way for new rappers. But in the end, most of these new rappers are Americans, or if not, Canadian or British. There are very few non-Anglosphere rappers who got it big this year, and it's a shame that the one that did sucks. Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. Big Dogs is a song by Hanuman Kind. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but he's a rapper from Kerala, India. And yes, this is actually the first song by an Indian to chart on Billboard. And it's a shame that I don't like it. Now, This intro has the same issue that Carnival by Kanye has, where it tries to be hype, but it just totally fails for me. It seems way too forced. And this song is way too long. I guarantee you most people haven't heard past the 15 seconds that were on TikTok. This song is 3 minutes and 10 seconds long. Not to mention, the last minute of this song is just slowed and reverbed, which is a horrible production choice. I don't know what's up with songs this year doing that. It's so cringy. I'll give it this. It's slightly catchy, but I've heard it too much on TikTok, and after the first 3 listens, the charm wore off. I'm sorry. Hopefully this country has something better to offer this year. Number 6. Some songs just sound bad. Beautiful Things is a song by Benson Boone, and it just sounds terrible. I can't, his singing in this song is one of the worst things I have ever heard. It's like he's trying to do, an impression of Imagine Dragons, but poorly. I don't even know how this charted. Because I was at my friend's house, and he came up to me and said, bro, you have to listen to this song. It's so bad. He plays me the song Beautiful Things by Benson Boone, and I'm like, oh my god, this is terrible. Who made it? Some YouTuber or something? He's like, no, it's just a new artist. It's number 1 on the charts or something. How did this song get radio play? It's actually impressive. This song is one of the worst songs sonically. There's not too much I can dissect here besides it just sounding bad. But man, this song sounds terrible. Number 5. Fakeness is something that I hate in music, and this song is the epitome of that. Women's World by Katy Perry is the most fake girl power anthem released in recent history. Yes, even more fake than Victoria's Secret by Jax. When talking about this song, you can't ignore one of the choices that Perry made in the making of the song, which is choosing Dr. Luke as her producer. Dr. Luke, if you don't know, did some horrible things to Kesha. And choosing somebody like this on a feminist song is just an awful, downright disgusting choice. And the lyrics here are so bland and boring, it's like ChatGPT wrote them. And the music video is simply not feminist at all. The whole video is so sexualized, it's like Dr. Luke directed it. In fact, this song got so much backlash that Perry later said that parts of this song in the music video were satire. Which makes more sense than this being a feminist anthem, but even if this is satire, this is pretty bad satire, and not something you want to make satire about. It just sounds like Damage Control at this point. Katy Perry, honestly, is an act that should have stayed in 2010. Number 4. Speaking of acts that should have stayed in the past, Kanye West. This song starts off with one of the most annoying intros ever in pop music, having a bunch of guys saying, go, go, head so good, she on a roll, like a soccer chant. And then it goes into this epic sounding section, which just sounds super fake and misses the mark. And then it goes through all these features by Rich the Kid, T.Y. Dolla $ign, and Playboi Carti, which are so alright it's crazy. The lyrics there are very standard, and they just talk about sex in a very uneventful way. Like, she ride it like Six Flags, we turn up to the max, I whoop her from the back. Wow. Riveting. Kanye was in a lot of controversy during this time, and he honestly still is, but these lyrics do not help his case. Now I'm Ye Kelly, bitch. Now I'm Bill Cosby, bitch. Now I'm Puff Daddy rich. That's me to me rich. What the fuck, Kanye? Not to mention, Kanye here also goes fully back on his Christianity, straight up saying, I'm the new Jesus, bitch. I honestly miss Christian Kanye. It's way better than what he's been doing these past few years. And this song in all is just a very disgusting and vile song about getting head, written in a very gross manner. This song would have been completely forgotten if it didn't become a meme this year, which, honestly, the meme was pretty funny, but I don't think these kids should really be listening to this. Number 3. Some songs just sound bad, and this song sounds bad.
Let's make tonight the weekend. I don't wanna wait. I don't wanna wait.
It samples the damn Numa Numa song. Remember that meme? Yeah, fun callback, but it makes this song so cringe. It's like, what's up with David Guetta remixing these old songs and making them terrible? First Blue, then Baby Don't Hurt Me, and now the Numa Numa song. And One Republic in general is just a terrible band. All their hits have been atrocious, and this is certainly no exception. I seriously don't know who's listening to this. I know this is supposed to be dance music, but how the hell am I supposed to dance to this? I cannot see this being played at any club. So who are these 70 million people listening to this? Some things justify logic, and the success of this song is an example of that. This song is truly a song for nobody. Number 2. Some one-hit wonders should have just stayed one-hit wonders.
Think you the shit, bitch? You not even the fuck.
Ice Spice delivers her worst song yet with Think You the Shit. Not only does this song sound bad, the lyrics are cringe and weird. Please tell me why Ice Spice loves farts and poops so much. She has to have something going on with that. And furthermore, this hook is so unoriginal. I've seen this stupid meme again and again over the years, and hearing it in a song is horrible to hear. It's like if someone made like a Dat Boy song. What? Like, this is terrible. The instrumental here is also so damn boring song too. Every song by Ice Spice sounds the same. Her enthusiasm here also sounds like non-existent. It sounds like she's doing this to like fulfill a label contract or something, which honestly could be the case. Dishonorable mentions. Facts by Tom MacDonald and Ben Shapiro. See, Tom MacDonald's whole shtick is that he wants you to get mad at him. So I feel wrong putting him like numbered on this list. The song's bad. Tom MacDonald knows it's bad. He's trolling. I'm not going to talk about him anymore. Thick of It by KSI. See, this song is bad, but it's literally YouTuber music. Like, I can't be too harsh on this. 7 Minute Drill by J. Cole. This song is the worst diss track ever. You don't make a diss track where you say that you like the person you're dissing. What is up with this? Thank God you deleted it. Trouble by Eminem. This song might actually have the worst lines in all of music this year. But the song's only 52 seconds long. It's basically an interlude. I can't really put it on this list. Number 1. This year, Drake and Kendrick Lamar had beef. It started with Kendrick taking shots at Drake and J. Cole, which led to J. Cole coming in, leaving, and then Drake responding, with Kendrick and Drake going back and forth with diss track after diss track. It got ramped up to the point where Drake was calling Kendrick a wife beater, and then Kendrick was calling Drake a pedophile. While some of the songs that were made in this battle were bad, the really bad one didn't chart, so I can't include it. Something to note is that this beef completely eclipsed another rap beef that happened earlier this year. Bigfoot was Nicki Minaj's diss track against Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah, I bet you forgot about this one. So context if you forgot about it. Megan Thee Stallion released a diss track against multiple people on January 26th called Hiss. The track dissed the aforementioned Drake, Tory Lanez, and none other than Nicki Minaj. Specifically, Megan called out Minaj on being married to a literal sex offender. So, how does Minaj respond to being called out on this very true fact? Well, she haphazardly records a diss track in 3 days. And you can tell that she wrote this while being stressed and scared. Firstly, not once in this song does Minaj directly mention anything related to her husband. Hello, that's what Megan was getting on you about. Furthermore, the only attack on Megan remotely related to what she said was claiming that Megan Thee Stallion was humping on a minor, which to my research is something that never happened, never was accused of, and is basically something that Nicki came up with out of thin air. Besides this, Nicki Minaj just essentially calls her name throughout the whole song. My husband's a pedophile? Well, you use ghostwriters, and your music's worse than me. Yeah, you really got them there, Nicki. Also, the beat here is so boring and basic, which is something that's not usual from Minaj. She usually has great production. And Minaj also just sounds so off here. Her voice when she's rapping sounds like she's actually frightened. And she doesn't just rap on this song. No. This is the worst part of it. The last 2 minutes of this song is Nicki Minaj rambling a cappella. She literally sounds like she's going insane at the end of this song. And during this rambling, she actually says one line directly related to what Megan said, which is, "Since you think it's funny to speak about people's families, we'll all join in. We'll all play the reindeer games." soon as your new nose heals, and as soon as your, well, let's leave that for the second installment. Nicki, she is calling out your husband for being a pedophile. She's not doing this to be funny. Also, there was no second installment. This track got so much hate after it came out, the beef ended right there. Megan won, and Minaj is now left silent. No wonder we all forgot about this. Well, that was my list for the top 10 worst hit songs of the year. But now, it's time for the top 10 worst songs of the year. Let's go. Number 10. Samples are a great way to use pre-existing songs and turn them into something new. And sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's bad. Degenerante by Mike Towers and Benny Blanco samples Tom's Diner by Suzanne Vega, which is a musician that I adore, and it hurts to hear the song being demolished in the song. I'm not against Latin music, there are some great Latin artists out there, but this song just epitomizes the worst aspects of the genre. I can't really say much here. It sounds terrible and the lyrics are your standard club fare. Nothing too exceptional. Number 9. No artist in 2024 had a bigger fall off than J. Cole. First he got into beef with Kendrick, made the worst diss track ever, and then he made this.
Now she in my phone with a nickname. It's Grippy. Yeah.
Grippy is a song by Cash Cobain, who is a real rapper and not some name I just made up, featuring J. Cole. And oh my god, this song is terrible. There's a reason why this song got memed to death this year. Because the intro to the song is so bad. It's something that like you Junko pose to. And despite this song becoming very popular this year through memes, I doubt anybody has actually listened to more than 15 seconds of this song. So I did. I listened to the whole thing, and wow, this song goes absolutely nowhere. The song sonically stays the same for nearly 4 minutes. J. Cole for his entire minute-long verse rhymes nearly everything with Grippy, which is so awfully cringe. And there's some really atrocious lyrics here. She say I was gay until I slayed, now she's strictly dickly. And past the J. Cole part, there's also Cash Cobain's part, which is so mind-numbingly boring. Terrible lyrics throughout, I want to eat your body like a 10-piece. Damn, like a 10-piece McNugget, baby, for sure. Brilliant writing. But as a whole, this song is extremely boring and goes nowhere. The same beat, the same flow for 4 minutes. Awful. Number 8. YouTubers made a lot of music this year. Most of it was terrible, and this was the worst.
Adolf Hitler is the barrel on his head.
Master Oogway was a TikToker slash YouTube Shorts creator who made really unfunny videos, and logically this leads to creating music. He released a couple of very terrible songs until creating this abomination. Adolf Hitler is My N-Word is a sonically terrible song which is also unfunnily edgy. Wow, you said a racial slur in reference to Hitler. You're so damn funny. This guy should have never been famous in the first place. Number 7. Carnival was actually not the worst song Kanye made this year. That title goes to this.
I'm the bomb, 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 bomb. I'm the bomb.
The song features Kanye West's daughter, Northwest, and geez, this is terrible. I don't want to hate on this song too much because she's like 10, but Kanye decides to make this with her, produce it, publish it, and treat it like a real song. So I'm treating it like a real song, and Lord is it annoying. Not to mention, it features an AI-generated music video. This is horrible. At least you know Miles is on this. Yeah, that actually happened. Number 6, I Don't Want to Wait by David Guetta and One Republic. Number 5, Thank You the Shit by Ice Spice. And number 4, Bigfoot by Nicki Minaj. These songs are so bad that they also deserve to be on this list. Number 3, Thank You the Shit wasn't the worst song Ice Spice made this year. Fat Butt was another song from Ice Spice's album Y2K. And this song is even worse than Thank You the Shit. The instrumental is so bad here. The bass here is straight up atrocious. It's like it's fighting the song itself. And during the entire song, there's this sample that goes like, yup, that constantly plays, which is so damn annoying. And it's corny as hell because it reminds me of these stupid TikToks from a few years ago. I think it's the same audio too. Not to mention that Ice Spice basically steals Nicki Minaj's flow. I can't play the songs due to copyright, but listen to LLC by Nicki Minaj in this song. The flows are nearly identical. And Ice Spice knew it. She even samples Minaj at the start of the song. But instead of it seeming like a homage here, the flow stealing just seems lazy. Not to mention, the lyrics here are not great. Rap bitch on a Pop-Tart, toasting bitches like Pop-Tarts. Got these bitches copying my pose. Got these bitches biting all my flows. No one's doing that anymore, Ice Spice. You had your moment. It's over now. And I really write, like, fuck a ghost. Just straight up lying and boring flexing on the song. This is what your 6-year-old uncle thinks every rap song is about. Number 2. Some artists have just been left in the past. Imagine Dragons dropped this year, and it actually might be the worst song they have ever made. Worse than Thunder, worse than Radioactive, worse than Believer. The song is called Wake Up, and the chorus here is your standard unlistenable screaming chorus. And this song has these rapping parts, which are horrible. But the worst part about this song is right here. What the hell is this? This is something that Insane Clown Posse would do. Except if they did it, it would sound good. What even is this part? They do this so many times throughout the song, so this is a valid point to make. It is the worst thing ever. This has to be the worst 2 seconds of music this year. If there was like a list of like worst like few seconds in a song, this would be it. This is atrocious. The beat here is something that like AJR would make. All around a terrible song with one of the worst sections in all of music this year. Honorable mentions. Try Me by NBA Youngboy. This song is incredibly boring in your standard Youngboy flair. But oh my god, what is this ad-lib? Days of Girlhood by Dylan Mulvaney. Her having a terrible celebrity pop song actually proves that she's a woman. Sorry for Saying the N-Word by Young Oogway. Just shut up. Number 1, The Heart Part 6 by Drake. This is easily the worst song of the year. In case you forgot, Kendrick and Drake had beef. They released songs against each other. Kendrick released 2 where he called Drake a pedophile for stuff he's done and stuff he's been alleged of doing. And this was his response. And my god, it's terrible. I like to say the one good thing about this song, the one thing Drake did right, was naming this The Heart Part 6. If Drake actually had something good to say against Kendrick, this name would have been great, because it takes the name away from a song that Kendrick makes every time he releases a new album. So when you look up the song, this song will appear, which, by the way, actually happened. But past that, my lord, is this song just terrible. If you want a real in-depth look into this song, because there's a lot to dissect in this song, watch Professor Sky's video on it. It's amazing. But to touch on it briefly, the lyrics here are some of the worst lyrics of the year. Mind you, Drake just got called a pedophile. Big accusation. So what did he do? Well, in response he says, "I've never been with no one underage, but now I understand why this is the angle that you really mess with. Just for clarity, I feel disgusted. I'm too respected. If I was fucking young girls, I promise I would have been arrested. I'm way too famous for this shit you suggested." What the fuck? Being famous is not a reason why you can't be a pedophile. Throughout the song, Drake constantly just says, "No, I'm not a pedophile," and brings up zero evidence. Furthermore, Drake also interprets the song Mother I by Kendrick as Kendrick getting molested, which is not what the song is about. Not to mention, Drake is joking about it. Drake is joking about Kendrick getting molested as a kid. That is just absolutely disgusting. And the beat here is terrible. No wonder he didn't even drop this on Spotify. This song was Drake's suicide in the beef. He basically killed himself with this song. Absolutely terrible. Comment what you think the worst song of the year was. There's going to be more videos coming out, maybe a list about the best songs and albums of 2024. That might come out soon, so stay tuned for that. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.